So there are a lot of conspiracy theories going about for Charlie Kirk's assassination, and I'm going to be using Dr. Chris Martinson, who was the guy who did a lot of the analysis for the Butler PA attempt on Donald Trump when he was campaigning. And just there's this whole thing that people think that it was exploding Mike lapel, and that'll be the second video I bring in. But the first one is he's talking about the crack thump heard, which is conducive with a high velocity rifle that he was shot with. And he's also saying that one, what exploding Mike lapel will sound like. And there's a little bit of repeat of that in the second one, but he explains more so what it would have looked like had that Mike lapel actually been what would exploded and killed Charlie Kirk. So just listen what the doctor has to say. So here we go.
Now, finally, I will say that every single audio recording we have from that day of Charlie Kirk's murder on September 10th has a signature, what's called a crack thump. That's a crack thump of a supersonic bullet, and then the gun report, the supersonic bullet traveling faster than the speed of sound, arrives first, makes this very signature crack here. I know exactly what these look like after all the Butler analysis I did. And then later, after some time, there is this thump that shows up over here. An explosion from an exploding mic would have been a single sound with some echoes. We would have just heard the goof, not a crack thump. So every piece of data we have is consistent with a rifle round. None of it is consistent with the idea of an exploding mic. So I think we can put that one to bed. The answer, was this an exploding lapel mic? The answer is no. Look, that thing that John Bray said that's what killed him is still attached to his shirt. So how does something explode and stay attached after the explosion event? It can't. Here's the thing about explosions. They go in all directions. When an explosion happens, it blows up in all directions. It's not possible to have an explosion that just goes one direction and nothing else happens. An explosion from an exploding mic would have been a single sound with some echoes. We would have just heard the goof, not a crack thump. So every piece of data we have is consistent with a rifle round. None of it is consistent with the idea of an exploding mic. So I think we can put that one to bed.